So what does it really mean to be a true artist? Today, we're going to dive into that very question with an amazing story called Patol Babu Film Star. And let me tell you, it's all about finding this incredible sense of satisfaction in the absolute smallest of roles.
Think about it for a second. Could one single word, just a syllable really, be enough to create a star-making performance? It sounds a little crazy, doesn't it? Well, in the story of Patol Babu, we're going to find out that the answer might just be yes.
All right, so our story kicks off with a guy who seems totally ordinary on the surface. He's someone whose real passion, his love for acting, has been buried for years under the weight of just, well, getting by. Let's meet him.
So here he is, Patol Babu. He's 52, and his life has settled into a pretty quiet routine. You know, simple errands, maybe mixing up his wife's shopping list at the market. He's just a regular, unassuming guy living a very regular, quiet life.
But you can't judge a book by its cover, right? Because deep down, underneath that quiet exterior, there's a fire that's been dormant for a long, long time. A burning passion for the theater that he thought was gone for good.
And look, we're not talking about some casual hobbyist here. No way. In his day, Patol Babu was a local star. His name was all over the handbills, the neighborhood clubs were always asking for him, the stage was his world. But you know how life goes. Reality hits, and he had to give it all up to earn a living. So yeah, that whole chapter of his life, he figured it was slammed shut, locked away forever. Or so he thought, because then, out of absolutely nowhere, something incredible happens.
One morning, an offer basically lands on his doorstep. His neighbor shows up with news of an opportunity that is so unbelievable, so far out of left field, Patol Babu can barely wrap his head around it. It's a dream he hadn't let himself have in decades. And here's the crazy part. It wasn't random. The film guys needed a very specific type of actor, short, bald-headed, about 50 years old. And his neighbor, Nishikanto Babu, immediately thought, wait a minute, I know just the guy. It almost feels like fate, doesn't it?
Can you even imagine that feeling? After years and years of the same old routine, he gets a chance to act again. And not just in some small community play, but in a real film. The story says he felt as if he had been born again. That little spark inside him, it's not a spark anymore, it's a full-blown inferno.
So he gets to the film set. His heart is just pounding with excitement. He's ready for his big comeback. But the reality of what this role actually is, well, it's about to hit him like a ton of bricks.
Okay, so here's the gig. He's supposed to play a pedestrian, an absent-minded, kind of cranky guy who accidentally bumps into the hero of the movie. It sounds simple enough, but Patol Babu is a true artist. He's ready to really sink his teeth into this character.
So this is the moment of truth. He's buzzing with anticipation. He nervously asks about his dialogue. What incredible lines is he going to deliver? What's going to be his unforgettable mark on this movie?
And there it is, his entire part. It's not a moving speech. It's not even a full sentence. It is one single word. Oh! That's it? All that excitement, all that passion for a single syllable? You can just feel the disappointment. It's absolutely crushing.
He's just deflated. He feels insulted. You know, he's thinking, are you kidding me? This is what I came all the way out here for? He literally crumples up the paper with his line on it and is this close to just turning around and walking right off that set.
But right there, in that moment of total disappointment, when he's about to give up, something shifts. This becomes the real test. It's not about being a good actor anymore. It's about what it means to be an artist, period.
And then a memory pops into his head, the voice of his old mentor, his guru, Mr. Pakrashi. And the advice was so simple, but so profound. No part is too small for a true artist. Every role is an opportunity. And that just changes his entire perspective. And this is where the magic really happens. He doesn't just suck it up and do the part. No, he attacks it. He starts practicing that one word, O, over and over again. A sad O, an angry O, a surprised O. He invents a whole backstory for this character who's on screen for like 2 seconds. He's even choreographing the collision. It's an absolute masterclass in pure dedication. All right, moment of truth. The director yells, action. Patol Babu, completely in character, steps out. Wham! He collides perfectly with the star. And then he delivers it. An O that is this perfect cocktail of surprise, irritation, and just a little bit of pain. It's flawless. The director yells, cut. Nailed it. One take. He did it. He
He absolutely crushed it. He took one tiny word and turned it into a real, memorable performance. And the reward he gets for it? Well, it's something that money just can't buy.
Even the film's star is blown away. The director is thrilled, shouting, "Jolly good! Why, you're quite an actor." And that is the validation he was looking for. That's his real payment, right there in that moment of praise.
In that moment, Patol Babu is just filled with this feeling of pure, total satisfaction. The kind of feeling you get when you know, deep in your soul, that you did a job with absolute perfection. He squeezed every single drop of art out of that tiny part.
And get this, they were going to pay him 20 rupees for the role. 20! But how can you possibly put a price on that feeling of artistic fulfillment? You can't. The money was nothing. The satisfaction was absolutely everything.
And so in this final, powerful move, he just walks away. He doesn't even wait around to get paid. The crew is left totally bewildered, calling him a strange fellow. But Patol Babu knows better. He already got the only payment that truly mattered.
Patol Babu's story is such a great reminder that real value isn't always something you can measure in dollars or in fame. So it leaves us with this question to think about. In your own life, in your work, when is the work itself, the dedication, the craft, the simple satisfaction of a job well done, the greatest reward you could ever ask for?